I'm being joined now on the program by an entrepreneur and creative director at Ipoint Limited, a Lagos project and innovation firm. He's also the initiator of the Startup Forum and Youth in Leadership Enterprise and National Development. Peter Ogbonna. Thank you so much, Peter, for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
Well, we're talking about value, and we all know how important values are. But what is value creation and customer experience business competitiveness? What does it mean?
Okay, I will start by, thank you very much. I will start by saying that value is what the customer is paying for, not what the customer is buying. So we need to redefine value. Value is not the radiator you're selling. Value is the capacity to cool the engine. The moment you start focusing more on how you can cool the man's engine than how you can sell a radiator, the better for you as a seller. So I think what we need to do in our system, because initially we didn't used to bother about those things, but the market has gotten very informed. The customers are very aware, they're very exposed. They've gone out there, they've tasted value. So the first thing is that we need to redefine value. And my definition of value is exactly what the customer is paying for, which means the solution or the pleasure that's coming to the customer. Now, that's my definition of value. Now, what's customer experience? My best definition of customer experience is customer experience is not something you can hold. It's the aha moment.
The aha moment.
The aha moment. That point where somebody says, oh,
aha.
Aha. How do you say that? You can't place a hand on it. It's a feeling. It's a disposition. It's something that comes at someone. So question is, why does someone prefer buying a drink that he knows is not has so many sugar contents, but will not buy the other one? Why? Because the other guy is not selling the bottle, he's not selling the content, he's selling an experience. He's saying, when you buy this drink, this is something that happens, and we go for the experience.
So do we still have businesses, at least here in Nigeria, whether small or whether large businesses like that still, have all these values that you've talked about and the desire to ensure that they keep their consumers' loyalty? Okay,
yeah, absolutely, we do. And let me not I'm a bit careful mentioning brand name.
No, you shouldn't mention brand.
Okay, fine. The way I'll answer it is this. When there was a problem in the financial sector, people moved their accounts to a few set of banks. They will rather sit down and wait on the queue than go to the other ones. That's a perception. Now, customer experience it's the perception you create in the mind of people about the outcome of their doing business with you.
And how stable they can be when
and
eventually...
how stable they can be when eventually something happens. Now, the other way I can describe it is if you visit, there are some streets on the mainland or the island, and you see different banks and their ATMs. You see some ATMs, they have queues. And you see some ATMs, people are not there. There are some banks you get into. There are some banks that we never really opened accounts with because it was perceived to be a prestige bank. They built that mentality. People have the money to open the accounts, but they created a perception that if you don't have $500,000, don't enter here. It's something you build with consistency, with messages you're sending out, with everything people see.
Okay, so now based on what you said, it is important that whether it's in a company in the financial services sector or in the normal service industry, or even in a normal business, need to actually build, you need to have a value creation strategy. Absolutely. In other words. So for companies to begin to actually have that, how should they, look towards building a value creation strategy, based on the fact that you just definitely always have to be competitive, because the market will not wait for you.
Absolutely.
You have to keep up with the trends. In fact, you have to go ahead of the market and make sure that you have your customers continue to stay loyal to you and even have a bigger customer base.
Okay, the first thing is define your audience. You can't sell to everybody. You see, this idea of bubuero, sorry, it's a Yoruba term that says just reach everybody. It doesn't work again. It used to. I say it very jokingly that in those days we used to have general merchandise, import and export, but these days it's not selling again. It's either you're importing or you're exporting. And even when you are importing, you need to specify the area. People are looking for specialists. They are looking for people who understand their onions. Money is everywhere, like in Lagos. Money is everywhere, but you don't pick them on the road. People spend them intelligently, right? So I think the first thing is define your customer base, and then design your business. Now this is the best way I describe it. Understand the DNA of your customers and design your business to suit their DNA. Now I have this example, and I will not mention names. There's a particular organization, it's actually a religious body, situated somewhere. They have like a population of close to 25,000. And then, of course, the normal thing is for an eatery to go and set up beside them. And then this eatery sets up beside them, and they are not selling. How do you explain 25,000 people trooping out on Sunday?
That's a ready market already waiting.
That's a ready market, but they walk past you. I had a challenge, so I had to visit their outlets. And when I went there like 2-3 times, I understood why they were not selling. Now, this particular church is designed with excellence in their blood. You get into this eatery, the first thing is that the environment is not well lit up. There's no much light. You enter the church, you see different lights. So their eyes their sense of sight has been appealed to right in the church. Now they enter an eatery, and then everywhere looks a bit gloomy. I didn't stop there. I went to their restroom because I've been taught that if you want to find out a neat house, go to their restroom. So I went to their restroom, and I was shocked. There was no light. No, maybe that was a special case, but hello, the first impression sticks. And then by the time I got there, I saw the cleaner coming out, and he said, "Oh, Oga, the water is not running, but don't worry, when you're done, I will come and take care of it." I turned off because this particular church has air conditioner in their toilet. How do you come up from an air-conditioned toilet to enter a dark place because you want to eat something? So 25,000, no sales. So they are not delivering experience. I said to myself, if I was to advise them, I would say, don't start. Go into that organization, that community. And that particular church describes a community. Find out their DNA. Design it with their DNA.